Well, hello everyone, welcome to Flickering Myth Fridays. My name's EJ Moreno, and this is the show where I break down this week in pop culture. On this episode, we will be talking about what the critics are saying with Aquaman and Mary Poppins Returns. While neither one of these films open up in the US for about a week, the critical consensus is here, and it is really interesting. Yes, a Disney brand and a DCEU film are about even in the critical consensus. Yeah, they're about 2 points away from on Rotten Tomatoes. That is very surprising. Like I said, an esteemed classic Disney film and Aquaman are doing the same critically. Now, what happened there? With Aquaman, I'm actually fairly surprised about the reception. This has about a 74% on Rotten Tomatoes at the time of writing. That's really good for a DCEU film. I think Wonder Woman is the only other film from the brand that is positive on Rotten Tomatoes. The rest of them are considered rotten. Now, this film, for me, I actually really enjoyed Aquaman. Do I think it's as good as the other DCEU films? No, not at all. I'm a big Batman v Superman fan, a big Man of Steel fan. This feels a little bit more hollow. Now, the critic on Flickering Myth, Matt Rogers, he actually really enjoyed this film. He said it's a little ludicrous, a little wild, but it's for overall a very entertaining popcorn film. That's what I walked away from it. I thought the other DC movies were a little bit more of a think piece, a little bit more of a talking like, oh, I can actually get drama from this. This is a fun action adventure film, but don't go by just me. Look at their critical consensus. Look at our review on Flickering Myth, which you can find in the comments or in the description below. Check out what we're thinking and see if you want to see Aquaman. Now, on the other hand, we have Mary Poppins Returns, which is a film that I thought was going to be a holiday season darling, that I thought all the critics were going to go crazy for, but that's not the case. The film is sitting at a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes. Again, that's not a bad score, but considering that this is an esteemed Disney property, Mary Poppins alone, this I thought would have been a higher thing, but critics are saying on Rotten Tomatoes that basically the film relies on the magic of the original way too much. It's an entertaining film, but nothing as good as the original. Even our critic, Matt Coulter, says that the film was okay, nothing to take his breath away, just a fine film. Now, for me, I thought Mary Poppins Returns was one of the best musicals I've seen in quite some time, and one of the better Disney movies this year. I was really impressed with it. I thought it was a fun, good time. I smiled my whole way through. Now, it seems like some critics are. It seems like some critics aren't. Where are you going to think you're going to sit? Let me know down in the comments below if you're excited for Mary Poppins Returns, if you're excited for Aquaman. What other movies are you interested in? Because we have one more to talk about, and it's a surprise one for the video. Bumblebee. Bumblebee's the surprise of the season because people are going nuts for it. I have not personally seen it yet. I don't know if anyone on Flickering Myth has wrote a review for it yet, but the critical consensus is fairly high, with people saying this is the best Transformers film ever. Wow, who would have thought that Bumblebee would have outdone Aquaman and Mary Poppins Returns in the holiday season? Now, box office wise, I still think it's going to go to Aquaman, but don't sleep on Bumblebee. It's going to be a big movie this holiday season. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Flickering Myth Fridays. Not a lot of pop culture news. You know, we had some cancellations of Netflix shows, of like a movie news here or there, the new poster for Jordan Peele's Us. But for the most part, this has been all about what the critics are saying with Aquaman and Mary Poppins Returns. Now, what do you think? Are you excited for either film? Or what do you think of these Rotten Tomatoes scores? Are you surprised by that as I am? Let me know down in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and subscribe to Flickering Myth for videos like this every single week.